So admittedly right now, full disclosure, I am a little bit cranky. The past two Battletech games playing against the clans have been very, very interesting. And this is not unique to Battletech. You know how this goes if you're involved in other wargaming systems. If there is a set of rules or if there's an army faction that is a little bit more powerful and elevated over another, you play against it, you're like, this is broken, the game is broken, the army's broken. But when you're playing that army, you're like, hey, it's fair. It's good. Tactics are all there. The clans, all kidding aside, certainly elevate the Battletech tactics to a new level. And what I've been looking at expanding my model collection. I thought I was done, but you're never truly done. Right now, I would say my Jade Falcon group is diverse. I've tried to take a variety of mechs, a variety of builds. This way, as I play the game and expand out, I can either go really big in general or begin to specialize. And now it's that specialization that I'm looking at. So we're looking at ER lasers versus pulse lasers. And certainly when we compare heat versus damage output versus range, the ER lasers, they rise to the top on there. Heat-wise, this is interesting with the clans. Outside of really maybe one or two mechs, is heat even an issue? Is it even an issue for that? And I say that because the clan mechs, from what I've seen, and I'd love to get that feedback in the comments, they have been designed to dissipate heat. They have been designed with the weapon loadout appropriate for the number of double heat sinks on there, or clan heat sinks. If we look at some of the inner sphere mechs, there's no way you can even remotely consistently fire some of the new unseen reseen mechs, like the Warhammer and the Marauder. It will just overwhelm the mech on there. So with heat and these weapons, I feel like it takes a little bit from the ER range, and it doesn't quite make it as important. But what we do have is across each class of ER lasers, extended range lasers, damage versus range. And in Battletech, certainly if I can blast you before you blast me, that's good. But why I'm leaning a little bit more towards the pulse lasers. Clan mechs tend to be a little bit faster on average versus other mechs, whether we're looking at clan to clan or clan to inner sphere. So I have the mobility to either close or stay at range. But even with that speed, and I'm not talking about something like the Dasher that has extreme speed, just kind of a spectrum across all the mechs. Speed in Battletech, once you commit, we're both trying to get as close as possible. I want the major elements of my lance being able to hit and really tear you apart, as opposed to staying at range for the entire game. I might have a mech hanging out, laying some stuff down on the table from range. I might have a small group staying at range, but there is going to be a bulk of my forces that want to close. So having an ER-based group, is that really necessary? Because we're going to look to certainly close. The other thing that's interesting is I feel like I want to be hitting you as much and as fast as I possibly can, simply because the armor is more or less equal. There's a little bit more armor on some of the clan mechs, but armor is still kind of armor in Battletech, and clan weaponry chews through it so fast. So I want to get close, strip down all the possible modifiers that I can, range modifiers and movement modifiers on my part. I can't control the movement modifiers on your part. Maybe I can control terrain, maybe not, the +1 for that, but essentially strip those down and blast you. This is where the pulse lasers come in, because I can get close enough, spending a turn or two on the way in, maybe 3 turns on the way in. When I get close enough, I can just park the mech, so I can be at close range, park my mech, don't run, don't walk. It's going to make me a stationary target, but okay. And essentially set my modifiers to 0. If I'm facing you, I'm facing one of your mechs. If you move, if it's a heavier assault mech, if you move, if you get the +2, +1, +2, +3 bonus, when I hit you with those pulse lasers on there, that's going to be -2 on the modifiers. That's going to strip down for heavy and assault mechs, I'm going to be shooting at you as if you're stationary. Medium mechs, it's really going to cut it down. Light mechs, it might cut it down from needing 10s and 11s, to 8, 9s, and 7s, 7, 8, 9s on there. That's huge, given the damage output and the weaponry. So I just feel like with all the Clan Wonder tech on there, pound for pound, battle value for battle value, the pulse lasers with their modifiers are massive. And I feel like I want to build my lance pushing that out. I won't say spamming that out, leveraging that out to really bring that to bear, both clans or versus Inner Sphere.